Hello everyone, my name is Altz and you're watching Altz TEchneSS. Today one of my friends called me and asked me what smartphone to purchase. Basically I'm an Android fanboy, so I suggested him to buy an Android device. Then the next question he asked me was, so I need updates of Android. So I thought to myself, only Nexus is the lineup which provides update, and Nexus also provides it for 2 years. Then I thought to myself, what phone should I suggest? I thought, okay, you can buy an iPhone. But then he said, I don't have that much budget. So immediately I started thinking to myself, yeah, that's a valid point he made. Androids are not a good update-friendly phones because a lot of manufacturers make Android devices and a lot of local brands have very good specifications but they lack in updates. So there are only few quite good phones that you can buy if you want your Android to be updated at least for a certain amount of time, like 1 to 2 years from the official company. Then from there your developers will take care of you for 4 to 5 years. Till that time I think you might be upgrading to a new phone. So without any further ado, let's get started with this. So when you speak of budget phones, you first get to remember Samsung phones because they are budget friendly phones. So the problem with this budget friendly phones is that you will get a decent smartphone, but Samsung officially supports it for only 1 year, and then you can search for your developers to build ROMs for that. Though there are developers who build ROM, very few developers will be present at the mid-range section. But don't get me wrong, if you are on tight budget, you can select any of the smartphones from Samsung if you are a Samsung fanboy, and you can officially get updates for at least 1 year because of the mid-range phone. And from there you will find developer who builds ROM for that kind of device. So I had an experience with the Samsung Galaxy Grand Series. The first it was shipped with ice cream sandwich, but then later on I didn't get any updates from Samsung. Though they are doing it nowadays, that they are at least providing one major update, but in the past they used to be very careless and they used to not care about their devices, just leave the device in the dust. If the device was grand success, then they would have released at least one update and leave it to dust. So that was the state. I got shipped with ice cream sandwich. Now Jelly Bean was released. I thought I need Jelly Bean, man. So I searched for Samsung. There was no official update. I don't know later on they released or not, but I found a developer. You can search from XDA developers. There you find plenty of ROMs. So I went there. I just searched my device and I found a ROM, and it was a Jelly Bean ROM. Then I flashed my ROM and it was doing great. But later Jelly Bean, that came KitKat. So now I thought I need KitKat in this phone. I searched for it and found a KitKat ROM. But the KitKat ROM was so buggy. I flashed that KitKat ROM and tried it for days, months, but no bugs were fixed. There was not an active part in developing that KitKat ROM to be fixed. I don't know why, but that was a little bad experience for me. But that was my secondary device. My main primary device was Sony Xperia M. It was pretty good. It only got one update, that's to Jelly Bean. That's it. No official. Sony officially announced that it's stopping update for Sony Xperia M device. So it got so popular, they have stopped. So I went to look for ROMs and I got a KitKat ROM. Nikki, I think Nikki or something developer, I am not sure, but that was it. I got KitKat in that. So it was doing good, but I was missing some Xperia feature apps like small apps and the Xperia stock. Apps like music, album, video, and those are, I tried to flash it from other sources. It was not up to the mark of me. So what I'm trying to tell you here is these phones will have a good update with the developers and developer community in general, but it lacks your exclusive features. When you select a Samsung device, if you go for Samsung higher end device, S6 Note series, you will lack some features. When you compare with S6 Edge features, you will be missing in the developer ROMs. Though some developers try to make this problem solved, but still there are a lot of ROMs that doesn't utilize the Edge features. So I'm just saying. So in conclusion, for the mid-range section, I want to say is, if you are in tight budget, go for mid-range devices. You will get updates. If the device is popular, particularly popular, then you will get update. Otherwise, the official company will leave you in the dust. Then you have to look for other ROMs from the developers. You will find ROMs, but the list will be very narrow. You won't find a huge developer community working for ROMs. Though there are some developers who may work for your device for ROM, but not all of them. So you will lack in variety of that ROM, because ROMs are very different. You can get much customization in one ROM, and other ROM will be basically a pure stock ROM. So that's up to the developers. And if you want to try customize everything, just you mix blend with ROMs, you try ROMs and you can select. That option will be lacking in your case if you buy budget phones, because the budget phones developers are in less quantity. So now comes to Nexus phones. Nexus phones, if you want a good community for developers, the scope for Nexus, man, is no other doubt. But phones are not so cheap. I know that. But Nexus 5, which was released way back in the past, is still getting updates. Though Google stopped its updates, but the developer community is so great that still it's capable of running Marshmallow. Maybe I think Android N will be there in Nexus 5. Who knows? Developers are great. So if you want complete set of your updates to be regularly sent to your phone, Nexus is the best option if you have money for that. So what happens if you don't have money for that? There are a lot of cheaper options as well. You can go with OnePlus series. OnePlus 1, OnePlus 2, OnePlus 3. No doubt in that. You will get updates from the company itself, because they support their devices for the long run. But if you don't find their support for that device, you can always hop to their website. The official company makes a website for developers to post their ROMs, mods, and anything apps over there. You'll find a best community after Nexus in OnePlus. The thing about Nexus and OnePlus is these are two companies which not only gets updates from the Android community, but they get love from the other community also. Like they get love from Ubuntu and all the other Linux distributions which are present. You can flash those ROMs on first Nexus. Then if Nexus was successful, then the OnePlus series will get this love. This is a unique thing because no other device company will get official support for this type of ROMs. First, they get official love from the community to be tested on this. So, if you are a lot of experimental and want to try stuff, then you can no doubt choose these two phone companies. Other contender is MI, Xiaomi. Xiaomi phones are great as well, but you'll get updates, but the updates will be very late, but sure it will get update. So if you don't want to wait, you can directly go to forum, come on MI forum, choose a ROM, you can go select a developer, choose a ROM, flash it, there you go. But Xiaomi has made easy for ROM testers because it has released a beta version of every new release which is going to be done in the future. Like MI 8 didn't come still in Xiaomi devices, but the beta testers can go test Xiaomi beta ROM MI 8. Voila, that's a simple one. If you are on tight budget and not tight as a mid-range, but if you want something good with specs, but you can afford OnePlus series, then Xiaomi you can go. The last thing is, if you don't want Samsung at all, I don't know, whatever may be the reason, and you can't afford even Xiaomi, or 7 to 10,000 range, you can go for in general U series, because even that is great because it is doing something like OnePlus does. Created a forum where you can post ROMs, mods, projects, apps, anything. The developer community is also super. You are getting everything in a newly packed way. It's also backed by Sanajam. It has its own OS, which is still in beta state. These two contenders are great for this phone to make a better phone if you are on mid-range device. Because if you don't want Samsung, you can go with this, no wrong in that. And I'm especially using Euphoria, and I have a Marshmallow installed in it. I will always be testing ROMs in this. I'll just, for sake, I tested MIUI 8 ROM in this, working great, but I got quickly bored. Now I'm testing Xperia ROM in this one. So you get a lot of variety to customize it, and even in the time budget. I think that's it for this video. These are the things you should try to consider. I mean, these are the companies you should consider if you want to buy an Android device which supports updates for a longer period. But if you want more in a specification way, more of powerful features, you can go with Sony. And if you think only reputed brands, then you can go with Sony. But I don't think you should go with Sony because Sony has costly phones with mid-range specs. You can go with Samsung and all the other major brands, HTC. But if you want developers, these are the companies to go for. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel for more details, and comment about what all the other brands that supports updates. And if you have any questions, suggestions related to this video, leave them in the comments down below. So this is all signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye for now.